Indigo Spirit real fast. Give people a chance to get notified. Got a couple of questions for the Gentiles and the people that follow the Gentiles.
Because that's the way the world goes. Don't fuck with my spirit, my bro. Like I told you hoes, you get exposed. Don't fuck with my spirit, and sisters gon' hear it. Don't fuck with my spirit, and sisters gon' hear it. Cause I got the keys, oppressors and fear it. Cause I got the keys, oppressors and fear it. Don't fuck with my spirit, don't fuck with my spirit, don't fuck with my spirit.
Peace to everyone, family.
Don't fuck with me when I'm in my bliss. My ancestors, they cause the shit. I can't control how they get. Dollars out the band and it's off with they head. Catch me in the pit. My eyes crying red. I feel all they day. My ancestors, if they won't leave my main bread. Is this insane? Or is this a gift? They call us over, cause our souls got drip. I know that it's power, this magic hour. Yeah, this magic hour. Oh, it must come, it must go. Because that's the way the world goes. Don't fuck with my spirit, my bro. Like I told you hoes, you get exposed. Don't fuck with my spirit, and sisters gon' hear it. Don't fuck with my spirit, and sisters gon' hear it. Cause I got the keys, oppressors and fear it. Cause I got the keys, oppressors and fear it. Don't fuck with my spirit, don't fuck with my spirit, don't fuck with my spirit, don't fuck with my spirit. Or should we cause war? They think it's a game till they soul hit the floor. This is not sin, and I am not him. Black this shit out, bank on his word. I roll with real quick, I roll with no real. He ain't no limp, he can't get in. Shout out 6 months, beat up like twins. Gun on extra, blaze up like dirt. Car on Chaco, bring hell to rep. All on no go, bring down some shut. All on no show, bring down your drum. Call on oil, bring down them tools. It must come, it must go. Because that's the way the world goes.
All praises to the Most High. You know, something the Most High put on my spirit this morning was to think about what exactly did the Gentiles do over in the 3 parts? What did they do to deserve the blessing of the 4th part? You know, they always love to talk about what we did to get into our position. How, you know, we were breaking the commandments in order for the Most High to put us in such a bad position. We were doing this and we were doing that, doing all sorts of, you know, horrible things, breaking the laws, you know, doing all these horrible things. And that's why we got put in the position that we were in. That's how we got the curses put on us. But then I started to think, what did the Gentiles do in order for them to be raised up? Did the Gentiles do anything to be put at the top? Did they all of a sudden start following the commandments in the 3 parts in order to get the blessing? Is that what they did? Is there any proof that, when they were killing the Moors and killing the Jews, when they were going through the Inquisition, that all of a sudden they had became very godly? I mean, because there's all this documentation of what they were doing, how they were torturing our people, killing our people, stealing their lands, all these things during the Inquisition. They had the Pope who was not following the commandments. In fact, the Greeks and the Romans were killing people that were trying to follow the commandments. That was the main thing that these inquisitors were looking for. People that were following the Bible. So what exactly did these Gentiles do in order to be blessed and to be put over us? I'm going to venture to say they didn't do anything. So see, that shows you how the Most High can give people a blessing or a curse based off of just him wanting to. You Gentiles, see, that's why you guys don't seem to think that you're ever going to have to pay, because hey, look, hey man, we got to come over here and take over the 4th part, and we never followed the commandments. We never followed what the Most High wanted us to do. We've just been, the wild man doing whatever the hell we want to do, and there hasn't been any consequences whatsoever. So even though we came over to the 4th part, their mindset is that, well, yeah, we did all this horrible stuff, but we're never going to pay for it. In fact, the Most High is going to take us up to heaven and bless us and make you guys stay down here and get tortured and killed by the Antichrist now. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, this is their mindset. This is why when we're telling them they're going to have to pay for things, they can't even fathom that as being an option. Because I'm like, look, we were horrible in the 3 parts. And look, we got to come over to the 4th part. So there's no way that he's going to, this is what we do. This is what we do. We just go around and kill, rape, rob, murder, and steal, and never have to pay for anything. Now, when you go to Baruch chapter 4, let's take a look at Baruch 4 and 13. They knew not his statutes, nor walked in the ways of his commandments, nor trod in the paths of discipline in his righteousness. Let them that dwell about Zion come and remember ye the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting hath brought upon them. Now he brought also a nation that fit that also, fit those attributes. So they said we were doing those things. Yeah, it says, but also you Gentiles were doing it, and even worse. They knew not his statutes, nor walked in the ways of his commandments, nor trod in the paths of discipline, in his righteousness. So this shows you that the Most High brought you over here, but you did nothing to deserve it. Okay? Now skip down to 15. Baruch 4:15. For he hath brought a nation upon them from far, a shameless nation, and of a strange language, who neither reverenced old man nor pitied child. They have carried away the dear beloved children of the widow, and left her that was alone, desolate, without daughters. But what can I help you? We'll go to 18. For he that brought these plagues upon you will deliver you from the hands of your enemies. So you've done nothing to earn the opportunity to rule over the 4th part. You came over here because the Most High brought you over here. He just used you as a whooping stick, but you did nothing to deserve, us being underneath you. The only reason that you got this opportunity was because of the true sons and daughters of the Most High messing up. That was it. It had nothing to do with you being godly, you knowing the scriptures, You following the laws that had nothing to do with any of that. So if you got brought over here and you did nothing to deserve it, what do you think is going to happen now that your time is up? This is why you guys had to trick us into praying for you. Because, look, you guys were praying for, you knew you were going to get your opportunity to come over here. It was already written in the books that you guys are going to be able to take down all 12 tribes. You just had to wait your turn. You had to wait for us to mess up. Everything revolves around us. And so does your demise and your time here on the fourth part. Because the Most High said that he was going to wake us up, let's go there real quick, in the lands of our captivities, right? That had nothing to do, and when he woke us up, it wasn't that we did anything, we just happened to be here at the time appointed to be awakened. Okay? Baruch 2 and 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. So most I already knew. We're a stiff-necked people who don't listen. Okay? But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. And it said, so it's just whenever that time is up, whenever the Most High has his testimony against the Gentiles, that 400 plus year period, that was it. Okay? So Gentiles, you did nothing to get blessed. And then we didn't do anything at that time to be awakened. Who were the ones he decided to awaken? It was just time. Things work on the Most High's time. 31. And shall, but in the land of their captivity they shall remember themselves, and shall know that I am the Most High, their power. For I will give them an heart and ears to hear. See, the Most High gave us our ears, a heart and an ears to hear. It wasn't about something that we earned, something that we did. The Most High said it was time, and he gave us those things. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name. See, before, many of us were praising Satan. We were going to church. Thought we were doing the right thing. You see what I'm saying? But this is all on the auspices of the Most High. It's all on his time. Okay? 33. And return from their stiff neck. So see, he already knew we were going to be stiff necked, but we're going to return from that. And from their wicked deeds. For they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Most High. We're going to remember the ways of our fathers and the things that they did in order to get these Gentiles the opportunity to come over here and take us down. Okay? And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers. Okay? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So again, the only reason we've got awakened is because of the oath he made to our forefathers. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And that's really important. And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto the land, to the fathers, Abraham, their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it, and I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. Now, this is important, that the Most High says he's going to increase us. Remember that, and what were the prerequisites of the Most High increasing us? The prerequisites of the Most High increasing us is us growing as a nation. As he increased us, he was going to be diminishing or sweeping the other nations off the lands. You see that? He's going to be sweeping the other nations off the lands and increasing us and decreasing them. And this is very important. I said he's going to be increasing us. So again, 34, and I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it. And I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. Once we increase, we will not be diminished again. What do you think is happening right now? This is why you play with numbers, because you don't want the whole world to understand that as we increase, we are never going to be diminished once again. And that's exactly what you're seeing. Now, what you have to understand also is this. Once I was giving this to me, I'm going to probably talk about another video again very shortly. That the lands, the Gentiles are not going to see the lands at like 100% of their like production. You see what I'm saying? They're not going to see them at like 100% of their production of the lands. Okay? When the Gentiles were not here was when, we were able to create all of these beautiful cities, pyramids, all of those things, right? The society we had ran perfectly, beautifully, right? That was when they were not on the lands. Once they stepped foot on our lands, everything about our lands and about us diminished. So for us to be able to get ready to get stronger and stronger and be the people that we need to be or are supposed to be, the other nations have to be swept off the lands. Their aura just brings us down. Just them being around lowers our frequency. This is why as our frequency increases, the Most High is sweeping off land, because you can't have good trees with good fruit and bad fruit occupying the same area. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get into that even more, but it's like these people, they shed off a lot of their negative activities, their negative spirits, right? Their negative energies, and that messes with us. And see, that's why the Most High, if you go to Joel 2, he talks about a rejuvenation of the lands, right? He says like he's jealous for his people and his lands. The Most High is jealous for his people and jealous for his people and his lands, right? So that is what the Most High is going to do. He's going to increase the people. Like he said, we're not going to be diminished. We're going to be stronger. We're going to have more of a spiritual connection with the Most High. We're going to get our knowledge back, our understanding back, our books back. The Holy Spirit's already back working with us, bringing all things back into remembrance. But we have to remember how things were before the Gentiles got here. That is why they try to get rid of all of these books and all this information, because they didn't want you to believe that life could be better without them around. But life was much better when they were not around. They want you to think that we need them, which we don't. We were just fine before them. We might have gone off and made bad choices and things like that. But as far as what the Most High had given us in order to be able to live and to be able to, to support ourselves and to actually, have that to live the right way. You see what I'm saying? So we get the opportunity to actually praise the Most High as He intended it for us to do. You see what I'm saying? But I just wanted to share that because, like I said, this whole thing, the little things like in Baruch 2, you got to, or Baruch chapter 2, talking about diminishing and increasing. I said, again, that's all talking about us. Okay? Let me see. So again, Baruch 2 and 34, and I will bring them again into the land which I promised, with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it. And I will increase them, just like Jacob 5, and they shall not be diminished. The ones that will be diminished will be the other nations. Psalms 83. Any people who have not cleaved to the Most High's chosen people. You are already being diminished. But now that we are growing even faster, that means that your removal is going to happen even quicker. Even though all you guys do is copy. That's all that you guys can do, is try to copy us and then act as if somehow you have authority over our scriptures, which you have absolutely none whatsoever. These things were already written down. It was going to happen. It was already written down in the book of Enoch. So you did nothing in order to be able to be led over here in order to take us down. All it was a fulfillment of the Most High's plan. Us awakening, again, we did nothing. We were blessed to be chosen to be here at these times in order to be able to be awakened, You know, and what we've done is we've been put our souls and spirits were put into these bodies that were made by these demons in order to show the other nations that how superior our souls are to the compared to the other souls and spirits of the other nations, of the other entities, of the other, like the demons and the things that they have made. That is what you're seeing. It is a game. You know, it is a game. We were put here in a world that 99% of the world has been working to keep us away from the Father. And only a few will persevere and continue all the way to the end, you know, at the Father. That's why the Most High says, I'm going to see, you know, good job, you know, my good and faithful servant. Because you were put in a game that all the odds were stacked against you. All of the odds were stacked against you. And you still persevered and made it back to the Most High. So I just wanted to just have a little quick conversation, just letting the other nations know that, hey, you didn't do anything to get over here. You didn't do anything of the, you know, following the Most High's rules. And that's why you seem to think you never have to, because you were getting blessed without following into the Most High's rules. And you think that that's going to continue forever. But now your sins have reached up to heaven. It's in Revelation 18. And now it's time to pay. Much love, family. Shalom.